Hi, I'm your light shaman. Are you experiencing unpleasant energies in your home and surroundings and waking up in the middle of the night? My work involves clearing individuals, homes, and communities. Contact me at www.lightshaman.earth and I would be happy to help.
For all of your high vibrational healthcare needs, visit Huna Kaparore at www.lightinaction.earth. Tetrahedrons and obelisks for your on-site ceremonies, handmade and coated with Kotahara crystal dust by Huna Hikahima. Shipping is available worldwide. Go to www.shiningstar.earth.
Hey there, sweet, sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds, sweet, sweet dear ones. Welcome to this Unata, and hope you're having a wonderful one, a great one. I hope it's sunny, and even if you're in a cold place, I hope you're warm, perhaps snuggling up in the blankets if it's and if you're enjoying the view, and we are having of course beautiful weather here, sunny PDC, happy Mexico. I'm teasing you, of course. Welcome, sweet, sweet dear ones. Welcome. What an incredible energies. I know we're all feeling it in many ways, because this is happening every day, right? It's be kind of old hat to us now, these energies. So, this solar flash they talk about, this solar cosmic rays just happening. It's non-stop. But of course, we shared earlier in the year in September that there was a special time, a special moment for a special kind of solar flash that took place in September. And since then, there's been a ton of remembering for so many awakenings, personal activations. Someone was talking about activations that nobody can activate you, that you can only activate yourself. You think that's really true, sweet, sweet dear one, sweet dearly beloved? Do you think you don't require any guidance and support in those activations? Of course it's true. Sometimes it takes a bit of pressure to experience in activations. And sometimes the what we call self-preservation will not allow a certain amount of pressure. Yeah. Well, there's a whole ton of pressure coming in from the solar flash externally that's connecting to you internally, and that causes one to activate internally from the self. So there's outside pressures, not necessarily forcing you, but there's certain pressures that require one to, you cannot ignore it. So it sort of helps you activate internally anyway. But there are some of us that also apply that pressure. I don't know if you remember, some used to ask me, what is my medicine on the world? My medicine to the world and to individuals is pressure. I put the pressure on. You or the individuals or the collective decide how to react to that pressure. You see how that works? Yeah. It's a lot of pressure lately. Anyway, today's subject is Maui lives, first Lemuria. Maui lives, and first Lemuria is always here, always available. What do I mean by this? Well, I wanted to share some very personal, some personal, let's just say sensitive information with you. Since Lahaina has received a intense cleansing. Since Hawaii, I wouldn't say Hawaii, I'm talking about Lahaina. Okay, since Lahaina has experienced its intense cleansing. What do you think? I can share that with you? I think I can share that with you because the experience, the intense sharing what I want to share with you is from a time when I was doing some incredible work with a kahuna back in the day in Hawaii, several kahunas, and back in 2014, 13, 14. And it spanned a couple of years. And it was, of course, it's all about Maui. It was all about Maui. And about the sacred geometry of Maui, about the sacred energy of Maui, and in spite of everything surrounding Maui, that Maui's geometry, Maui's connection, Maui's energy is unshakable and unbreakable. And that there is geometry, that there is locations, that there is a story to share here that has been so eternal in its trajectory, so amazing in its unfolding as well. I see here that there's a whole bunch of kind of questions in here. Wow, I mean, it's going off the chains in the comment section. My goodness. So before I get into Maui and get into this intense sharing, let me just thank all the sweet, sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds for being here. Here's a little offering. And let me welcome, there's a couple of new names, I think. Claudio Esteban. Plenty of things to share over there. Reginald Neal, welcome. Prasanna, welcome. Diani, love, welcome. Let me also swing over to the grams of instant. Let me swing over to the grams of instant. Can I do that? The grams of instant. Hi, sweet, sweet dearly beloveds, over there on the grams of instant. There's lots of new names. Jen's Abode, hi. Breath Currency, Karina, Carrie Nadine, Mrs. GNB, Daily Muse, Nephrodite, La Fille Dalu, India Bloomfield. Hi, India. This name I know. Some names that are here, but I'm still not used to. I have seen, but still not quite used to. Beauty by Roxy Empire. Very clever titles. Gene Simpson, Earth Heart, Path E. Bailey, Parker Burness, H2O, Liquid Light. We like that, Liquid Light. Elian, Coach, Healing Fire, Rashawn 82, Rashawn 82. Nabor, Steph Pierce. Great to see you here, sweet dear one, sweet dearly beloveds over there on the grams of instant. Awesome. Let's see if I can look at what on Facebook. How do I see on the stream on Facebook? I'm on my page, but I cannot see the stream. How is that, and why is that, and who's blocking me? How dare thee? I don't know why that is. I'm just stopping in to look at the view, and I cannot see it. Okay, fine. Facebook just kind of does things however willy-nilly. They're also on X. Okay, there you go. There, I see it on X now. Okay, let me just make you to there. Okay. There are 11 following and 37. Hey, that's kind of cool. Let me say something over there just in the type. Hi. I don't know if anyone say hi back, but that's kind of cool. That's the first time I've seen that on X. Awesome. Oh, for awesome. Yeah, that's kind of fun, isn't it? It is kind of fun. All right, sweet dear one, sweet dearly beloveds. Thank you all for being here. As you know, you can ask a question. But if you want an answer, you have to come on and reveal your face. You have to come on and show us your face. And, this is live and interactive. That's how we roll here. That's how we roll. Let me give a big shout out to and aloha to my brother there, Christopher Strand. Aloha, brother. Actually, in a little bit, I'm going to ask Christopher to join me here because I'll tell you what, we got some wonderful things to share. As I was also visiting with him 2014 in Maui. Okay, we're going to kick it back a little bit, but I will introduce him after a little while here. Let's get into this a bit. Thank you all, of course, for being here. Maui lives, first Lemuria. What in the heck am I talking about? First Lemuria, what is that? Lemuria, to this date, spans 600 million years. First Lemuria. So, Maui's lineage is deep. Not just the movie, Moana. And so much, of course, has happened since first Lemuria. And even now, so much is happening now since we have returned to Lemuria 5. We're in the age of Lemuria 5. Talk all you want about the draconian Aquarian age. That's just not what I talk about. It's not what I'm interested. I'm interested in ascension. I'm interested in the source sacred ascension light. That's what I'm interested in. And Lemuria 5 is an ascension. Planet number 5. And Maui is still part of that. Maui is a deep part of that. And Brother Chris has let me know here that he's going to come on. As soon as we invite him on, we can jump on. That's great. Yes, Michelle Rosa, light before distortion. Okay. Some ask me where Lemuria is, and I always reply, before confusion. I'll let you decide on what confused you. Okay. And how far back that was. Tanya has questions. Okay, Tanya, if you have a question right now, jump on in. There's a link Huna will provide. All right. So you can come on and ask a question and show and reveal who you are. At least visually, we can connect to you. Okay. So why don't you do that? And as you're figuring that out, I'll continue on with the subject. Maui lives. Lahaina got cleaned out. Not the first time Hawaii has been getting cleaned out. I'm going to share some of that with you, and as well with when Chris comes on to have a chat. Now, Tanya, your mic camera not connected. Tanya, make sure that your YouTube is muted and that you are watching the stream screen. Okay. Not the YouTube screen, the stream screen. All right. And make sure that your mic and your camera is added. I'm getting a message that these are not. Look forward to the question. And so much has happened in Hawaii in terms of the clearing and the removing of distortions, energies, entities, beings. And of course, there's more to do. So let me just go back to 2014. I will go to 2014. I was prompted by an incredible dream, an incredible, very vivid, surreal dream. In my dream, I woke up on the shores, on the beach, on the shores of Baby Beach. Anybody know where that is? Baldwin Beach, Baby Beach, we call it. I woke up on the shores on Baby Beach. I get onto my 2 feet. Let me just bring Tanya in here. She's here now. Hi, Tanya.
Hi.
Let me continue just with this one thought as you're sitting here listening. Do you mind?
No, absolutely.
And then we can jump right in on your question. And I woke up on Baby Beach in Hawaii, and I look around me. It's crazy early in the morning, something like 6 o'clock in the morning. So I see this house in front of me. So I go to this house. I walk through the door, and I'm kind of helping myself. I'm still kind of tired, so I lay down on the couch and I start sleeping. I go to sleep fall asleep on this couch, and I awaken to some young kaiki, some young child, staring at me, looking at me strangely. What the heck is this guy doing here? I look up, and I went, "Oh, aloha." And he's looking at me like, "Brah, what you doing on my couch, brah?" And I stand up, so I get up, kind of shake myself off, and I went, "Oh, don't you know?" And he goes running out the door and gets his father. And so I go out the door, and I'm walking down the hallway, and his father is coming in towards me, big Hawaiian guy. And he goes, "Bro, what you doing in my house, bro? Hey, you can't be here, bro." I said, "Oh, aloha. Yeah, hey, let me show you my ID." So I pull my wallet or pull some ID out of my pocket. I show him, and he's standing there, and he look, and look at me. Then he look at the ID. And he look at me again. He just back and forth. He goes, oh. And on his face, he's just shock, this astonishment on his face. He's looking, oh, bro. Oh, yeah, you hungry, bro. We want to grind. You want to grind, bro. We're gonna grind. Come. So we end up going into he invites me to his kitchen. We start eating and talking. And he goes, bro, why are you here? What's going on? What's happening? And I said to bro, do you know who I am? He says, yeah, bro, I see you have I know who you are, and I see you can prove who you are. And I said, well, I'm here to have a meeting. I'm here to meet the elders here. He goes, oh, yeah, bro, what's happening? And I said, two things are going to happen, or possibly two things will happen. In the meeting, I'm going to take with me into the meeting my paddle from the canoe I just rode in on, or I'm going to bring my weapon, my taiaha. And I'm yet to decide which one that I'm going to bring in. Maybe you can help me with this. And he goes, oh, bro, I don't know. I don't care, bro. Bro, I don't care. Let's just grind, bro. I don't care. All good. He said, all good. I said, okay. You help me make my decision. So I take my paddle with me instead of my weapon. And I thank him. Aloha, bra. Ahui ho. See you later. Thank you. And,
Sorry.
and then I go and I walk off and I start walking into the village. I'm walking through Paia. I walk down the road and I'm on my way to Wailuku. Okay. And then the dream ends.
Wow.
Now, before I move into the next part of this, and I'm going to invite Brother Christopher on after we get a couple of questions here, or this question with Tanya, and I'm going to continue that story on. Tanya, how can I help you?
Well, my spiritual, my ascension has just peaked beyond. It's amazing. As you were telling me that dream, the synchronicities, the synergy is incredible. All my clairs have popped off. I've done some healing. I've done some readings. I pick up the empathic part is amazing. As you were telling me that, it's funny. I was going through some stuff. I'm getting ready to do some traveling, and I came across my late husband's wallet with ID in it. My hair's standing up right now. So there's a big connection there.
Wasn't me, sweet dear ones.
No, my dog's going off. Yeah. Incredible. I'm really looking forward to connect. I'm interested in the shamanic thing I've seen at the beginning. So basically, I'm kind of being pulled all over the place. I really do want to hunker down and take a couple courses to kind of put under my belt, my resume, so to speak. I'm wondering, I keep getting pulled to Hawaii, and then I seen your notification with Maui. So something in me is pulling me down that way. I'm wondering when you have dates coming up. I have a feeling something's going to align time-wise for me. I am going to be going down to California in the spring. So I'm just wondering, either in your area or somewhere in that vicinity, what kind of courses you would suggest for all these abilities that have just peaked.
Right. Well, yeah. I have on my setup, and it took me years to gather these together, and I finally have a really good system I'm very proud of, and we have a lot of students graduating this year, which is the Dragon Masters.
Great.
The Dragon Masters course on my website, and it's 50 days.
Okay. Perfect.
It's paced however you want to go, however quickly, or you can take your time with it. This course is like the gift that keeps giving. There's so much knowledge and information coming out of this course. There are 4 blocks. Each block contains a ton of information and protocols, light in action, protocol ceremonies that haven't been on Earth for thousands of years, such as the cracking, ceremony of the infinite fractal, and the ceremony of the continuum. These are very powerful Lemurian ceremonies, programming.
Yes. This ability I have, I know you have it. I'm able to be here in the now. But I will have, I call them downloads, visions. Depending on who I'm with, I'm able to recall what the area I'm at that time might have been is in another realm, another dimension, and my relationship with that person. I did a reading, my first hired reading yesterday, and I went to Nose Hill here in Calgary. It's sacred land. Many Native American tribes have been through there. I connect really easily there. So with that, and then I'll feel the energy, the passing, the trauma that happened in that lifetime with that person, whether they perished or something happened to me and that person. I feel that energy fall, and almost like make the choice to come back to be a light worker, or be a being of service, or I can see them fall and then go through more lessons. Is there a way to? Sometimes it's a dark, like a sick feeling. So I have to do a lot of cleansing of myself. Downtime, it takes a lot out of me. I do block myself, shield myself. I have my own little spiel that I do. Now, is that powerful enough? Is there something more I should be doing when this happens?
So the Dragon Masters has a variety of tools.
Okay.
And they will expand and intensify everything that you have been working with, that you have available to you, in terms of your connections and communications. It's all communication.
Yeah.
It's physical. There are physical parts to this. There are formless parts to it. Okay. So, and the course itself, it reconnects you in a stronger way.
Okay.
And allows you to really get to know yourself even deeper. In other words, you're getting to know yourself. Now, there are four blocks. One is called Waikara, Kaha, Apakura, and the Poata. Okay. And each one of them have very powerful functions of tools. Your reconnection to the natural cycle, natural rotation of our planet and our system, to help disconnect from out of the draconian matrix, out of what doesn't serve you to what does serve you. Tools of the undoing, tools of source power, which is called kaha, which relinquishes the holds that chakras have on separation and unifies the codes for source power and throughout the entire system, not just breaking down in separations for you to maintain. Instead of maintaining all of them, you maintain one, which is kaha, which maintains the whole system. So
Yes.
these are really advanced. Okay, there's that what I have to share, and then if you get there on time, you can graduate this June. So you'll graduate with the other students. You have to come to Mexico to graduate because that's where I have the testing, and I take you through practical testing. Okay. And so there's everything in there you need to help with what you're going through, and that you can use while you're learning them. You're going to be able to use them while you're learning too.
Yeah.
That's an essential thing, right?
Yes.
Because that's essential to learn these things as you're going through them. So you get confirmation.
Yeah. Like
right?
I've done some healing with my hands. I've done it through the screen. I've done some clearing. I visibly have healed a couple dogs, happened to be almost a year to the date, same kind of dog. It's there's a lot.
Sure.
I'm really interested in coming down, connecting with somebody in person, not so over the airways so much until I get a good grasp on the feelings I pick up on people. I know what they're going through. I know where they're hurting. I know if they have to pee.
The course is online. Right?
Okay.
The course is online. You learn it, then you come, and then you take the practical, which is 2 days, the Dragon Masters Intensive. Okay. So you're learning from me, but you're going to learn it online on my system. That's why it's there. I am very busy.
Yeah.
You will not be able to book time with me to stay with me where I am.
No, that's fine.
Because I travel the world. Right?
Yeah,
I'm leaving
I know.
again very shortly.
I'm really interested in that too, by the way.
Okay. So so just go ahead and take a look at it.
Sign up on the
sign up.
Okay. And it'll give me dates and all that on the site.
You will see. You will see.
Okay.
You'll start right away and the information will start and it has everything that unfolds for you.
Okay.
The Dragon Masters.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank
Tanya.
you. I look forward to it.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you and watching your progress.
Thank you. We'll talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Wawa.
Okay, rolling along here. We got a lineup. Connie. I see. Okay, you keep popping in and out.
I know. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure what's wrong with it. Greetings, Huna. It's great to be with you. This is an honor for me, and I thank you for your team for the working in the background. Before I get kicked out, I'm going to go right to my point. I'm from the Great Lakes region of Ontario, Canada, and Wawa Great Light. I sip by the water often. I do what I can do, even without your teachings. And it's all organic and natural. Huna, what I would like to know is, I know I need to sign up and take your class. I know that's in the field. It's definitely in my field. Today I'm nursing a fractured rib, and because I pushed so hard physically. But Huna, my question is, what do I need to do at the Great Lakes, at the edge, the water's edge, to help any way I can? That's my question.
Okay, you're gonna learn the login. We don't pray, we don't ask. We make the request. You're gonna log in. You're gonna learn the login, and you're going to learn the water weaving. You'll learn water weaving, and you'll learn how to turn the water. Okay, the water weaving and the turn the water. You're going to learn to take that water and to take it to sacred places, as you may already be doing.
Thank you, I am. You're
also going to learn the coding of the undoing. So when you learn the coding of the undoing, along with the login, we do not spell on top of spells. Or what's most powerful with the Lemurian codes is because it's aligned to the rotation of the planet in the system and counterclockwise, it's working towards undoing. So it speeds things up and will accelerate what it is you're doing. That's before you even start the course. You can get some of that information right from my YouTube channel.
I do.
And then whatever's there, you're happy to be able to formulate protocols with it, but the guts, the strength of all the tools are inside of the Dragon Masters that are just another level. And the tools that going to share with you to collect, to use, there is a certain type of crystal that comes from the comet of the comet that created the Gulf of Mexico. Okay, we work with that crystal. It travels through the Gulf of Mexico where we gather it. So that's the beginning. You already know, because are you from Sault Ste. Marie?
I'm from the Sarnia, Windsor, Detroit area. Sarnia, Ontario. I hit right the point of the south tip of Lake Huron, right into the St. Clair River. The Blue Water Bridge, that's where I activate.
Nice. I know Sarnia. I know where you're talking about.
Amjanong First Nations. Greetings. Greetings.
Greetings. Is that Oneida?
Chippewa. That's Chippewa of Sarnia. Yeah.
Chippewa.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Anishinaabe people.
Ani.
Yeah.
Chimagwich.
Buju.
Chimagwich, Connie.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I look forward to catching up to you again through the Dragon Masters.
We'll meet soon. Yeah.
Wawa.
Wawa.
We have also now here an incredible visitor here. Brother, wonderful to see you. Hey. Let me see here. We got to unmute you. And then we can, there you go.
Signal is strong today, so good to see you,
wonderful,
my brother.
Good to see you. Sweet dear ones. Brother, how do we pronounce your title there?
It's my name is Chuck Cachocho. Please call me Chuck.
Chuck. Sweet dear ones. This, let me just say, brother Chuck. Sweet dear ones, this is the gentleman that tuned in with us last weekend, who was in meditation and spoke to us from the jungles in Belize. I believe you are probably still there. And I such honor you and grateful, and thank you for your connection and communication through the emails. And I'm looking forward to formulating the travel plans or the timings to be together. Certainly amazing to be here with you now. Amazing.
Well, it will definitely all come together when it is ready, and there's no rush, and I am anticipating the connection. I'm pretty much chilling and retiring and just kind of holding down this area of the grid. I've been basically camping out on my lands for about 3 years, building building a healing center. I like your vibe, brother. You are an operator, as we used to say in my former occupation. Many people are speculators, and very little are actually operators. So I have a lot of respect, for the movement.
Thank you, brother, for seeing that. And oh yeah, it's not about like even the patience. I'm so excited, and when I get excited, which I'm always excited, I just go. I just push. I just fall. I just go with the energy. I go with the intention. I go with the voices that are speaking. I go to the voices who are speaking. I know who they are, and it's good to hear them again. It's good to feel them again. I am not shy about this, and I need no protection where I'm going because I'm fully lit. So I have no inhibitions. Now that's what we talk about operators. Sweet dear ones. This is what we're talking about, brother, is exactly right. As operators, and I know that you are here, sweet dear ones, and some may still be getting ready to be more more light in action, as I say, operators, as brother's saying, and trust the sound and the feelings that you are getting right now, no matter how maybe a little scary to you, stepping out there and putting your feet in the water, for the first time. Okay. So, yes, and we'll make these moves, brother. We got a lot to talk. We got a lot to meet about, and we have got to support the initiatives of the healing centers, the wharewananga, the sacred schools of learning and healing and expansion. Certainly, I need to come visit you.
I have a question, and I will dip out afterwards. What brings you to this particular grid in the Yucatan? And one of the reasons why I'm asking is because there's a lot of undoing necessary in this area. The Holocausto Silencio, some of us we call it the neo-Aboriginal apocalypto that's taking place here. The displacement, the ecological disruption that has taken place over the past few decades, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done here. So I wanted to know what was it that brought you here to the Yucatan, my brother?
We, the Kumara, we made a pact during the time of the fall of Lemuria 4. This is the fourth civilization of Lemuria 60 million years ago. And we made a pact that Lemuria 5 was going to return. It had to allow Atlantis to enter and Atlantis to come through over those periods of millions of years. At least 4 civilizations of Atlantis came through to teach us the lesson, to share the lesson. That lesson came through. Atlantis quietly fell into the quietness of nature during the time of Rapa Nui, Easter Island, and in the Pacific with the Marquesas, certainly with Polynesia, as it began to wind down over there, and then the ancient Lemurians continued dancing and singing the songs. Now, I enter into this civilization through the Maori people, but with me comes, since a young age, memory, activations, language, communications at a very young age. So I begin to speak again to the ones that laid inside the mountains and the ones who are the mountains, the ones who is the land, the water, the sky, and we begin to talk and share. And the elders begin to take those of us under their arms and into the schools of the mysteries to bring forth more memory. And so through the practices over my very young adolescence, I working with the tools and awakening every process as I work through with the tools and upgraded every instant and every moment that I could upgrade, it continued to where I am today. Now I remember Lemuria 4. I remember I was there at the time of the Black Tiger. The ancestor of the Black Panther was the Black Tiger in these lands before the pyramids, before the Mayan. And so it was the oath was made to return when Planet 5 is awakened. Planet 5 is now awakened, since confirmed in 2021 at the end of the Mayan calendar, totally completed March 8th from Stargate number 17 in Lake Titicaca. We saw that confirmation. I was there to reset and understand it. And so I am here calling for Lemuria 5, and I have been sharing Lemuria 5 and the awakening system of the awakening of the undoing system and the tools to prepare the teams, to prepare the children, to prepare the individuals, to put the pressure on so so that individuals and operators do come to be awakened. My medicine is pressure, enough pressure that would allow the internal forces of our brothers and sisters and the children to awaken in a good way. and then also support that and support the planet of what it needs as planet number 5 further expands its fields and receives all of its cosmic support. And then at the same time, try to remind others that are here. Now, I made my home here in PDC, Playa del Carmen, with between the two vortexes, north and south, and I live between in the slipstream. I live inside the slipstream of the magnetic field here. So that also allows us to communicate more clearly and keep the distortions at bay while we prepare to go into the distortions in the magnetic vortexes of north and south to do the work and then to return back to the slipstream. This I find is the most calming place for me, and a place where I can meditate and download and upload, and then also share more information without any interference. So far, it's successful. I'm looking forward to more.
Interesting. Very interesting you say that. And there's a lot of slipstreams all through the Yakutanai ecoregions, and it's very, very easy to manifest when you come in with pure intentions in these areas. So yes, brother. And I was dreaming on a I was about to leave, but you brought up Easter Island, and I just had a major vision about Easter Island and wanted to know I have a former background in geospatial intelligence, so I'm sure you know about the destruction that took place on Easter Island with the great fires that recently happened, where they burned up a lot of the island and things like that. And I wanted to know to just exchange any light knowledge or intelligence that you may have on that subject, and that will be it, my brother.
Yes, it's similar to what happened in Lahaina. Except that the energy wasn't external. The energy was coming from inside and beneath and coming up. Okay, there were infiltrators. Yeah, contracted. There were contractors. Because the land was given back to our people from the Chilean government, who we know in cahoots with the Argentinian government of the day before this new president. And in the last 5 to 10 years, when Rapa Nui was returned back to the people, it wasn't that was not agreeable to many in the deep state, and not agreeable to, of course, the draconian races and these contractors. And so they didn't want to give it up without messing it up. So they planned to mess it up. They planned to make it difficult for the people, the ownership, the stewards, the proper stewards, our people, to make more out of it, to be, so that Rapa Nui can become much more supportive for the people there. And so they attacked it. Not the same thing happening into many other places. It seems the same agenda. What should be, to see what needs to be known and what will be known and what is going to happen very soon, as we know, with the exchanging of energies is going to return to our hands very shortly, is that Rapa Nui will be built up to its glory, to where it is meant to be for our people. It is known as the guardian of the Eastern Gate, right? It is the guardian of the Eastern Gate, and it is a kingdom, and there is a kingdom beneath it in the inner earth that needs to be supported in that connection furthermore, because that's part of the espionage and sabotage, was to break that connection. But Rapa Nui is speaking so strongly. The kingdom, the Eastern Door, is speaking so strongly. And myself and what I do in terms of my organization thinking and others is to come and build these places up. The kingdoms of Lemuria. And so it's not
Engineering.
so much about what took place. It's about what we're going to do next, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's coming because we are,
Engineering and
yes,
it,
more
it,
engineering, high technology that we already know we have access to. And,
mm-hmm.
and Rapa Nui, as isolated as it might seem, it's a powerful location for trade, for
Mm-hmm.
supplies, for shipping around that area. And so, as well as that, we have our ancient sites, our sacred sites there with the Moai, and
Mm-hmm.
to build all that back up again, return the glory, return the high vibration. That's been the plan. Well, we say goodbye to Lahaina in a way where, okay, welcome back Maui. I'm going to share a bit about that today. That's why I'm on this call about Maui. In the same way, it's the same thing for Rapa Nui, to say goodbye to the what was, and we're going to bring that up and bring Rapa Nui to its glory, to the kingdoms of Lemuria, in alignment with this multipolar civilization that we are moving towards quickly moving towards, as you may know. The BRICS nations is a cover for the quantum leap in the quantum system. BRICS is just a cover for that, to make sure that the truth about it is being protected and guided in the right way, and then the doors will open and reveal more from BRICS. BRICS is just a cover, and the countries are all moving towards each other in a multipolar way as nations and kingdoms versus borders of countries. Stewarded by not kings and queens, but stewarded by sacred governance. The stewards of sacred governance are known elders, known the wisdom and the knowledge of, and also governed at a smaller percentage of governance, but very sacred and powerful, and supported by internal operations, powerful internal operations, functions, military and otherwise, powerful guardianship. But that would be on a global level. So we're moving towards that. I'm here in PDC in this way. I can see, I see from here without too much effort. On the surface, it's good. It's good to also see the movements and the rippling of the waters, and the groups of schools of fish moving and placing themselves in different locations and getting themselves ready. I see those diving in like the pelican, diving in to try to take what it can get. I can see that from a distance as the pelican comes down to flip itself around and take what it needs. We can see all of that happening. Very interesting what nature's sharing.
This is the Yakutanai Hall of Knowledge. You know, a lot of people came looking for a literal library, but not understanding that the library is all around us. You know, so here is this is the jungle side. So as you're relaying your experiences, I'm having very similar experiences here in the jungle. You know, the waterfall is right there. You know, right maybe 200 feet behind me. The birds,
Yes.
the I like to call it the mycelium mandala. You know, just actually grounding and connecting. So it's very powerful here. So, brother, I won't take up too much of your time. Thank you so much for the exchange. I really appreciate it.
Brother, it's such an honor. So grateful. Sweet, sweet dear ones who are watching and listening and experiencing, and those who will be watching this video from the days forward, please thank our brother for being here with us. And let's all work towards, as brother speaks towards the operations of action and light in action. There have many Hunas on this channel watching right now who are also light in action operators, as brother says. And so let's make that movement together. Let's reinforce that movement, and we'll make our way to connecting with the brother and meeting with Dr. Jack Cachocho.
Cachocho.
Cachocho. Dr. Cachocho.
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 Cachocho. Yes, sir.
Dr. Cachocho.
Yes, brother. And I bid you greetings and farewell in the Ikichi language. Choto. Choto it means I see you. I see you, my brother.
Thank you, brother. Wawa. So much love. Wawa.
Much love.
We see you. Wow, sweet, sweet dear one, sweet dearly beloveds. So amazing. What a highlight and wonderful surprise visit. Okay. Now, before I move into deep into the subject, I'm going to just take, it's 1441. Just take a quick pause to support the entrepreneurship of our Hunas and their businesses and sharing with you. And then we'll come right back. I'm going to invite, and I would like to invite my brother Chris on to have a conversation with me. And we're going to share about what happened, what went down in the early days in Maui before Trump was president. Okay. What do you think? This is going to be exciting. This is going to be good. What?
For all of our expecting families, we have pre- and post-birth sound healing sessions with Huna Kahiwaha, available in person in Vancouver or anywhere online. Go to www.harmonizedfamilyroots.earth. Go beyond the distorted codes of the draconian matrix and get a Lemurian oracle reading with Huna Kahasahi. For more information or to book your oracle reading, go to www.flc.earth. Introducing Mexico's only harmonic egg, operated by Hunas Maroyata and Ma'aikuta. For all of your health support needs, be it physical or emotional, sessions are available now both in Playa del Carmen and online. To book your session, head to www.apapachar.earth.
All right, sweet, sweet dear one, sweet dearly beloved. I'm just going to have a piece of chocolate, okay? Can't resist it. Some good chocolate from Germany. There's some chocolate that came to me from also New Zealand. Ate that up pretty quick. Okay. Sweet, sweet dear ones. Let me just say hi to a few that have arrived here. Our brother Christopher jumps in. Huna can supply that link again one more time, please. Or you already have. Okay. We just see who has jumped on now. We see we have kia ora to Tairua. Hello there. Some new names. Mary Lucy. Alta Mirano. Welcome back, Richard. Always good to see you. Solid staple pillar of the Huna Flash TV. Thank you. Avalon, nice to meet you. Yes, Maui's calling. Patricia Anderson, fantastic. Oh, here's the brother now. Let's just get into it. What's up? What's up? Hey,
how's it going?
Good to see you. You got a little beard going, huh?
Yes, yes. Happy belated 6th birthday.
Well, thank you. 6 years old for sure. That's me. I'm still a big kid. You look
It's
well,
great to
brother.
see you, my friend.
Great to see you, brother. My brother. My ninja, as I've been saying lately. Where are you currently? Just a little bit of background for our sweet dear ones here and some of the things we've been doing, and then we'll get into it.
Yes, I am currently residing in the Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada area, and am a frequent resident of Maui. We're headed again next month for a 2-week stint, and it was my home when I had the pleasure of actually, you stayed with me in Maui Meadows there, and we did some amazing work in the heiaus of Eo Valley. I'm going to correct us on dates there. I now know through looking through the photos, not having any of our sacred ceremonies, but it was 2016, either the end of April, beginning of May. And I had a pleasure of meeting with you and Bula Logan in Wailuku.
Yes.
And I was just reviewing some of my photos, and it was actually about 6 months later. I was actually on a new island in Newfoundland when the epic floods of Eo Valley happened on September 13th of 2016, and they called it a 500-year flood. And that was about 6 months after you had cleansed the Hao there, and we had received the green stone right in Eo Valley there.
That's right.
Yeah, and we did a lot of tours all over the place. Haleakala, the House of the Rising Sun. We went to Ho'okipa and found the sacred tree.
Yes.
Which you informed me last night actually had leaves on it the next time you saw it.
Yep.
I have since we've met then, I moved back to northwestern Ontario with Thunder Bay. My beloved lived there, so I moved from there from Maui on Christmas Eve. The weather did not like it, but I did it. And here we are reunited, and I look forward to moving on with more dragon riding and aligning what you were talking about, aligning that energy from Pukalani to Ho'okipa. So we restore the lines and the grids there with the codes. Did I lose you?
One moment. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. What incredible memories.
Yes.
So much aloha.
Yes.
It seemed like so long ago, and yes, it has been. It may be only 10 years or so, whatever it is, less than that, but 8, 9 years, 10 years. It still seems longer than that. We had achieved what we had achieved was incredible.
Yes.
And it's that level of operating and working with light at that accelerated pace is not typical. It's not a typical thing. We were getting ready, like when I was preparing myself again for working at this level, and I took the upgrades, which meant I got my ass kicked for about 33 days a few years before I met you. And when the body takes the upgrade, you're told what's coming, and then you're told to listen. And if you don't, still the body has to take the upgrade, and then it just hits you, right? That's what happened to me a few years before I met you, and I was getting ready. And so and then we come together and we're working and operating at such high level of accelerated speed and light, and in the communications in the field, everything was coming to us to speak to us and talking to us. We didn't really have to kind of go and find things because it was all coming to us. Now, I'm just trying to see where to start here, because first of all, I want to thank you, brother. The one year that I came in to start doing work in Maui, because there was slim on accommodations and things.
Well, you weren't when you were with me.
And so when I met you, and then you opened your home and your cupboard and your fridge,
Yes.
To a young Maori shaman, Maori tohunga. You didn't know, but your heart spoke so much aloha, brother. And I just want to thank you for those times.
Oh, you're so welcome. It was a pleasure, and it was a joy to have you. Like I said in my chats to you, it was a challenging time for me. Just a few months before that, losing a great friend, and then to have you come in and do those ceremonies and those sacred things, and just even being in my house and cooking fry bread for me, it was an amazing experience for me. You know, it definitely did brighten my life.
You know, well, you were a great teacher. You see, I was coming to visit the teacher. You were a great teacher. You shared the things you shared with me, accelerated what's happening now.
Thank you, my brother.
And you could see technology that was coming through down the wire years ahead of it. And you were sharing those bits of information with me, which took me a while to understand. But now, because of you, and because of that little seed, we have beautiful, wonderful visitors of the Sweet, Sweet Dear Ones on this channel in social media, and also visiting my School of Light to become students. And it's just flowing so beautifully, automatically, with the energies.
That's amazing to hear. That's amazing to hear. When I connected with you last night, just even talking to you raised my vibration, and I was vibrating the rest of the night. And it's time that we reunite again in these sacred spots, and do the planetary work we were meant to be with. I'm glad you were able to take that. I know a few times when I was talking to you, I felt like it was a big brother giving you tough love, but I'm so happy to see. I visited your website last night, and it's just amazing to see the impact and the transformation of not just you as a person, but your whole it's not even a business, it's a community, it's more than I could have imagined or that I saw at the time.
Yes, I thank you for that. You were a great teacher.
Thank you.
A big brother, of course.
Well, I'm not bigger than you, but you know.
Oh, I got a little bit bigger. I went up and down. Occasionally I go up and down. I'm looking forward to going back down again. Not at the rate of the fry bread I've been eating though lately. My cousin's here visiting and making fry bread, and oh my goodness.
Well, I've become kind of an expert in making loco mocos, and my beloved will match that and say, you know, we'll have to get a better and make some fry bread and some nice loco mocos for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love that. I love my loco moco. I do love my loco moco. So let's go. Bam. We connected. We hit the road. We were driving and going around all over Maui, and it was the first time with you we managed to get a meeting with Bulla.
Correct.
Right. I
Yep.
also had students with me, didn't I?
A couple. I can't remember who they
A
were.
couple of them. I had
Yes.
two followers that were with me, who I put on a plane and flew over with me.
Yes.
Right. And I was also allowing them to experience as much as they could for the work that they were helping to assist with as well. So,
Yes.
so they were there. As they were doing their thing, we went to visit Bulla Logan. Sweet dear one. Bulla Logan is a renowned, legendary kahuna in Maui, or was in Maui, but of course, passed away a little bit later after we met, a year or so, or something like that. And Christopher was with me. We went to go meet him, and I think let me begin with EL Valley. Yeah.
Yes.
What was to take place in EL Valley, because I was there to activate a Stargate and start preparing to activate it and get to understand the footprint and track its energy and track the energy there. So what was actually happening was I had set up a team of Hunas surrounding Area 51. Okay. And three, including the Bulla, to be inside EL Valley to do the ceremony inside EL Valley. And then I myself was actually in Pennsylvania. Was this before I met you? Or was it
No,
after?
this was after. This was
Right.
after. This would have been a year after I moved back to Canada the fall, Christmas 2016. So this would have been 2017.
Okay. Now I'm going to screen share this geometry for everybody. And then also talk about that time and talk about that work that we did. There it is. Okay.
Oh.
I want to thank Huna Tamahake for zooming this in onto Scribble Maps and getting it laid out just enough so you can see with the energies. Now, so sweet dear ones, I went there initially to meet Bulla and connect and get things figured out on certain areas around sacred sites and do some cleansing work in Maui. I also did some cleansing work inside the church in Maui, and I also sealed the bishop, the preacher. I forget what is his name. He asked that I actually seal him. I was surprised. I go, okay. And then he said to me, "Can you clear? I've got 2 ghosts in here. Do you think you could help move them along?" And so, yeah, with myself and I had another assistant, we did that. And then he asked to be sealed. And I was going around doing these things and in the nature. And then I said to Bulla, I said, well, I went into EL Valley. Chris and I and some of the students, we went into EL Valley. And I went to the Heiau, which I called it the 13 steps. And what I saw and felt in there, and I was pissed off, angry. I wasn't happy, man. I was not happy. I'm still not happy.
Yes, you were not happy.
I was not happy, and I'm still not happy totally about what I saw in there and the trash and everything. That was a mess. Anyway, I did a powerful cleansing in there. I brought the mother's vessel and opened the mother's vessel from inside that heiau and dropped the codes in there. And then I think we made a video of it somewhere, somehow. I can't find it. But then, as pissed off as I was, I managed to calm down and we left. And I had a meeting with Bulla Logan, and I said to Bulla, okay, I'm going home. But I need you to do this part of the ceremony connected to myself and the team that's going to be in Area 51. Now, upon leaving and everything, Bulla agreed, and then we had met a couple of other people along the way, a couple of other young followers from up country. Came to be with Bulla in Iao Valley. Sweet dear ones, if you don't know Hawaii and Maui, you don't know Iao Valley. It's a beautiful valley. Iao Valley means the valley of the world. Iao means the world. So it's the valley of the world, okay? Now, I leave, and then sometime later that year, I put together the protocol, and I was already activating Stargate number 3. No, Stargate number 2. I'd already activated Stargate number 2 is in Pennsylvania. So I located myself in Pennsylvania at the Stargate. I located 8 Hunas around Area 51 in Nevada, 100 miles square. There were 8 of them forming a base of a pyramid. And then I invited Kahuna to be with 2 young followers in the movement there inside of Iao Valley. We did a powerful ceremony, what I call the cracking ceremony, simultaneously together on a synchronized time code. I believe the time code was 1 p.m., 1:01 p.m. Pennsylvania Eastern. That made it early morning for Bulla inside Iao Valley, and then halfway with Pacific time. So we're all synchronized within that range of light, in first light. Okay. No, that's not the Star of David. Star doesn't belong to David. Sorry to bust your bubble, but it's not David's star. No, you're used to it, and I know the Jews and I know the Israel all like to have it. I like to call it the Merkabah, but it's not the Merkabah. It's called Ma'ita. Okay, let me just fill you in on that. All right, I'll get to that in a minute, but let me finish this. Okay, so we do the ceremony, and then months later, was it a few months later, the whole of Iao Valley gets wiped out in a flood. Totally wiped out. Totally cleaned. And Bulla calls me and said, "Bruh, it's raining here." Yeah, and then a couple of weeks later, he said, "Bruh, it's still raining here." It's not stopping, bro. What's I said, "Oh, good. That's good." And then he calls me again, "Bro, the whole thing got wiped out. All of that construction and the roads and temples and everything got blown out of Iao Valley, cleaned out. Got his clock cleaned." And I'm like, "My bad. Sorry, but that had to happen." It had to happen. It really, but I'm still mad about it. Not about the flood, about what it took place in there. Just disgusted by the level of disrespect that our own people were committing on our sacred sites and our sacred land. And they want to talk about Lahaina right now. And now Lahaina's burnt out. Yeah. It's the same thing. Well, I didn't do Lahaina, so someone else did that. Yeah. Sometimes the dark doesn't know it serves the light. Okay, so the Iao Valley, same thing happened. Got clock cleaned out, needed to, because I was resetting the frequency for the Stargate and shifting it to that location. And now it is still, it's operating. It's operating in a massive way. And so I share with you here. Although, is there anything else, Chris, that you can remember or you like to share?
Well, for a fact, you were not just mad, you were very, very angry at the hail. I can't explain how angry you were. It was actually more than anger. And the thing that I'm looking at in that timeline, so I think you compressed timelines there, because Bula and you and I met with a few of your students and a few of Bula's wife, of course, in Wailuku. That was probably the end of April, beginning of May, and that flood happened in September, so not even 6 months later. So when you activated those codes in Pittsburgh and Area 51, that happened probably within months
Yep.
or even days. And the thing that I have a question for you, Huna, is how did that actually impact Lahaina? Because I was actually in Lahaina the day before the fires started just last year.
Mm.
I was visiting friends who I worked with on Maui, and we had actually we used to always drop off our groceries to them. And that was the day before that fire happened. Is there some correlation to that code being restored on EO Valley that may be correlated with something happening in Lahaina?
It's a long story, but yes,
okay,
in a way, because it's a long drawn out thing. Some things were ahead of schedule, some things were going to drag.
Okay.
You know, and
Yeah.
and it really depended on the community, what lessons the community and the collective was going to experience and or relent to or let go of. And so things weren't being let go of. When remember when I was in workshops with Bulla and the guys, I first said to them, we have to stop protesting on our sacred land. Please get everybody off of Mauna Kea to stop
Yes.
protesting on our sacred land, because the ancestors were very upset with them. Not just them, but upset at what was going on there, because
Yeah.
the realization is certain things serve, everything serves. Even if you feel like it's like the dark demon energy and all of that, whatever your interpretation is, so much of it does serve each other's cause. There's a lot of pressure. That's why I said earlier that my medicine is pressure. We put the pressure on and then and allow the valve to burst open, because that's the relief. And so this was drawn out, and you know, they still wouldn't stop. They still wouldn't back down. They're protesting everywhere. I don't blame anybody. It's not wrong. It's not right. Or it's
Yes.
wrong, right, whatever. It's just gonna fucking hurt until it feels good. You know, until the time that it feels that the energy is dissipated. But so it was drawn out. So that whole period of energy just dragging through the families and the communities and the ohanas, and the realization of things have to change. Things will change, and they wouldn't agree to it. You know, of course. And maybe not the way that it was going to be done, but of course it could have been done. It could be done another way. When we were there, we were initiating the returning and the restructuring and introduction of the ancient Wharenui, the big house, which was being connected back to Pukulani.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been the new assembly. If that had taken place, or someone moved in that direction, then maybe things might have been a little easier in the energy to Lahaina. But there was no capitulation going on any of it.
I see.
And the energies, certainly there were other forces, you know, involved here, who wanted to take the land, who do want to take the land still now. Always wanted to take the land. That's nothing new.
Oh, they've been doing that for centuries there. That's
sure,
for sure.
Man. Hundreds of thousands of years.
Yes.
Even Kamehameha from Samoa, family fighting over the land in Hawaii, you know. So even within ourselves. So are we going to look at ourselves too? You know, look within.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was. That's the question I was asking Bulla. Then you remember there was resistance to what I was speaking.
That's an understatement. To be in a room with that much tension was almost as intense as seeing how pissed you off were at EO Valley.
Well, they were quite reluctant to
They
shift.
were. Yeah, they were.
And at the same time, I was getting the messages from other kahunas from the big island and around corner, and they were saying, "Bah, we got what can we do? What can we do?" I said, "We need to have an Aloha summit," and I really talk about Aloha, and really start talking about these 4 codes that are just knocking the shit out of us and have been for a long time because they're causing a lot of pressure. The codes of Haoli, Pakeha, Palangi, and Popolo. Those 4 codes. And they are codes, sweet dear ones. If you know the sound I just said, they've been detrimental to in our inner communities and our outer collective. Certainly the globe. Get more into that later on, but this is pressure, right? So, and they were feeling it. Remember, I said the dream earlier in the dream when I arrived at the house and I can pull out my paddle and row with you all, or I can pull out the taiaha and the weapon. Unfortunately, I pulled out my paddle at that time. And of course, I can enter these places, sweet dear ones. And I'm not just talking about my own steam, but because Bula Logan is also from one of our canoes, the Maori canoe. He's associated with the Tainui. If anybody's listening here who knows about our structures of our genealogy through the canoes, knows how Hawaii is connected to the Maori people through our canoes. It's one of the ways. And so Bula is also from the Tainui canoe, which is a relative canoe to me, right? To the Takitimu, the Matatua, and the Tainui. And that's, and Bula and I are related through there, through the Logan family as well. My cousin also pointed that out, right? So we associated. That also allows me access into Hawaii as an elder. And that's why, even though they were, I come in with aloha, and they're still reluctant, that, one of the members of the Matua Te Waka Takitimu is coming into the territory. They knew about it. They got the dream message too, that they weren't totally ready. I hope now, brother, since Lahaina and all the cleansing that's been going on, I hope they're beginning to become ready. But like somebody just said here, there's all kinds of protests going all around the world. Yeah, I get it. I understand. And so why I wanted to, I'm so grateful you showed up, brother. We're just like, for this call, are you kidding me? As soon as I said Maui lives, then, yeah, brother Chris shows up the night before. And I got no photos left, no things left over from those days. Even the last meal that I shared with Bula before he passed away, I took him to dinner. Even then, I don't have photos from that because I remember taking a photo, but I don't know what the heck it is. And here you are.
I'm gonna reach out to some friends that were also at the workshop that weekend, and might have some photos of you in that workshop where you sealed the leader of their church there. And yeah, I'm interested to also get your views of how Lahaina is going to rise like the phoenix from the flames.
I've been thinking hard and long about it. And Lahaina has its history there.
Yes.
It follows the path of the money. Now it does.
Who doesn't these days, unfortunately?
Well, yeah, I'm not saying there's something wrong with that.
No.
That there is this certain interferences involved with all that, and I get it. Internally as well, right? Not just people with money, but even the local families there's been, of course, a division.
Well, there's still a huge division. Like even I lived in Lahaina. We talked about this last week. I worked at one of the most prestigious galleries on Front Street. I walked all those streets of those houses that were mostly for locals, and they were all 1, maybe 2 stories, if not. And they would house 3 or 4 families, not just one. And now they have displaced those people over to Kahalui, which personally I don't feel is right. It's their homeland, not mine. I always treat it with aloha and respect whenever I go there. That's what I found when I went in the early 90s. And that was the first place I ever felt my own energy, when I was sleeping near the cinder cone on Big Beach, and we had an amazing time and met people that just opened their hearts and opened their homes and opened, blessed with food and everything. It was just so easy. And to meet you, it took me 20 years to get back, and then we met, and I'm ready to continue the work again, whatever that takes, because we're going back in just a few weeks.
That's amazing. Your heart is there.
My heart is there.
Your heart is there.
My heart is there. It has been ever since I went the first time.
And I'm not entirely sure about land and property ownership in the area of Pukalani or just around the skirts of it.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there is a lot of land there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the acquisition of it, and also how Lahaina is going to come to be an assembly following that. I don't think so. I would like to see, and what the call has been, the whole reason why I come back there in the first place was to raise the mother. There's a statue of the mother in the ocean there, in a heiau, deep down underwater. I cannot reveal where, but it's also part of the plan. And I was going there to connect to that and make sure that someday we're going to bring her up and then place her on the land. And where on the land are we going to place her? So I began to go deeper into it, and I got the hit on the womb from the heavens, the kopunui, spoken of in Hawaiian as the Pukalani.
Pukalani.
I'd already focused towards the center vortex of Maui is there, where that energy can sit. It has been called Pukalani for a reason. Everything in the whakapapa, the genealogy of the head and the body of Maui there, as you call it, but in the area is a reason, because they all have essences of our distant past, which is Lemuria. So I want to get into that in a second, but Pukulani, sweet dear ones, if you can see on this screenshot at the center of this primary, we call this a primary. We don't call it Star of David. It's a lot older. It's from first Lemuria. This is the first civilization on Earth from 600 million years ago at the top of the mountain called Maui, and that civilization was known as the descendants of heaven, which is what Maui means. Maui means the descendants of heaven. If you can hear me, okay? That's 600 million years. Long before you were thought of as Hohua, Yeshua, or even God, just not even the words God, because we don't speak those words. We spoke of Atua. We spoke of all of those who support each other. Now, civilization of Lemuria was Maui, the descendants from heaven. That's where we came down onto the mountain. And it's in this configuration. And today, it is still in this configuration. It's marked by the villages and the towns and the titles on Maui right now. It's still there. And I did all the work to reconnect and establish through our ceremonies and our knowledge and wisdom and languaging to guarantee that it is there. I had to guarantee for myself, and then do the ceremonies, and the ceremonies guaranteed in themselves. Confirmed everything. Everything you see here on these 6 points where we had been and we had done the work confirms exactly this geometry. I'll give you a new word. Okay, Avalon? Ma'ita. Okay, not Merkaba. Merkaba is a Hebrew, which is only young. It's not even ancient. Let's get with the ancient here. Ancient new is called Ma'ita. It means the first light inside the first stone. Okay, so let's get to the right languaging here. That's what we call this Ma'ita. It's also part of the Wataka Lemurian Pleiades calendar. Okay, this is another part of the languaging is from the sounding is from 600 million years ago, right? From the descendants of heaven. Now, you'll see on these locations, these points, some of you may know, but Pukulani is in the center, and that's where the Wharenui is going to be built. The Wharenui is going to be built. What does that mean? The big house, the assembly, the main house. The Haleakala is the mountain of the rising sun. Well, Hale means house. In the Maori, we say whare. In the Tongan, they say whare, even whale. Doesn't matter. That's where the big house is going. Why? Because we want to reestablish the iwi. And we've been wanting to reestablish the iwi for a long time, return the iwi through here. And this is what the kahunas were asking about and talking about, and why we wanted to have the Aloha Summit. And as we have the Aloha Summit and we find the possibility and find the ways to acquire the property in that area to gift back to the people. So we reestablishing the iwi means that all individuals born in Hawaii, those who future births, who are of different lineages but become Hawaiian, are adopted, what we call whangai, which is one of our very powerful traditions of the Maori, Polynesian, Lemurian traditions, is to embrace everyone. And the way we do that, we have a protocol that does this. It's called whangai or matua whangai, an adoption into the tribe to become legally the tribe. Right now, the wharenui is important in that stage of producing and creating the community. As you all know, you have Valhalla, you have the Viking houses, of which I'm very familiar. I've been to Iceland and I've been to Norway, and I go there a lot. I know the protocols, even in Germany. So this would ensure that, okay, we get the property, we build the house, we build the system, we reintroduce the culture and the technology of the culture, the modalities and the diplomacy, and then we give it back to the people. And they operate it, they run it, and then we work on developing ways to bring economic development into it, whether online or offline. We've got a lot of ways to do that. The school of light, the technologies, the healing, expansion, all the modalities of the Hunas, which is the healing arts of the Lumi Lumi and the Miri Miri. Tā moko, and all the things to be brought back into the center. Not just a Polynesian cultural center, but a place where it belongs to the iwi, and then the returning of the title. The returning of the title of the iwi, not the Hawaiian kingdom, but the returning of the title to the people, which is the iwi, not the Hawaiian kingdom side of it, but the iwi side of it. If you don't know what iwi means, sweet dear ones, it means the tribe, the people. Okay, not necessarily kingdoms, but we have a stewardship within that tradition, right? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Iceland, Norway, Scandinavia. I go to all these places. They are also involved in they have the same protocols, right? Because they're Lemurian also, truly. And so the Maui is the home of the descendants from heaven. 600 million years ago, it used to be at the top of the mountain, which was called Maui. And that mountain, New Zealand and Hawaii were one mountain back then. Okay, so just so you get a depth of linear depth in a linear understanding, but also in a multiple dimensional understanding that on all the other continents, the blueprints start here. The blueprints for the Valhalla, for the tribes starts here before Atlantis. This is before Atlantis. Mo'au, the mountain of the world, and there's a replica of it, which is my mountain in Tauranga in New Zealand. You go to Mo'ao at Mount Maunganui, that is named after the mountain. Right. So you have here different locations. Any questions, actually? Anybody have any? Brother, do you have anything to share on that?
I just look forward to going back and continuing the work and seeing how we can change this and moving forward with quantum leaps. That's my excitement of this, because I fell in love with Maui the first time and I almost never left, and then I found myself on an island in the Atlantic coast in Newfoundland, and then I decided to move to Maui in 2013, and that's before I met you, and it's always had a place in my heart. It always feels sacred, even when we land there and get off the plane, and the smells, and just it's like paradise on earth, my friend.
Oh, for sure, absolutely, yes. I
look
forward to that.
Yeah, and I look forward to coming and visiting you down in the playa and playing there and seeing what we can get to up there, and how we can enhance this and make timelines collapse and move forward.
We can do that. You're welcome in my home here in the PDC, in the Playa of Light, and of course we can get some dates going on. That'd be great.
Yes, definitely need to do that.
Sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds, if you have a question, this is live and interactive. You have to come and show your face. That's how we roll. So don't be shy. Come on, and you have a question. Someone was talking about Merkaba, and somebody was talking about David. Now someone is talking about being a Mir. And someone talking about, okay, Raglan. Yeah, of course. So if you have a question, sweet dear one, come on. Say hi. Now, before that, though, let me share. You can see these blue dots, right? The one at the top there is at Hokipa or Ho'okipa. The Hawaiians love to use the vowels like triple vowels. Basically, Hokipa, which means the return home. Okay, so to return home, there's a tree in that location, which is an ancient portal. It's an ancient portal to Hawaii Nui. Hawaii stems its name from this sound. Hawaii Nui, Hawaii Ro, Hawaii Pa Ma Ma. That's how Hawaii gets its name. It's from that proverb, which refers to the continents between continents and our world beneath the sea. So if you want to ask a question, come on and ask a question. Show your face, if you don't mind. That'd be great. And so that's a connection to our interdimensional, outer dimensional world from inside. Telos, even if you want to talk Telos, if you want to talk Shasta, if you want to talk Fuji, Mount Fuji, if you want to talk Mount Taranaki in New Zealand, that connection is in there. Okay. So that's the beginning of where I started doing the connection and the work. Let me just bring brother on. Someone go to quick. Jeffrey. All right,
hey,
Jeffrey.
Hello,
brother. Like the beard.
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you. I am encouraged to come on here and review. So I was going to want to do this for a while now, but
thank you. There you are, sweet dear ones. You got a handsome looking man here on Jeffrey, with Jeffrey here on the screen. Thank you, brother, for sharing your energy here.
Thank you so much.
Authentic.
I have a lot of questions for you, but it takes.
I can only do one, brother.
I just want to take up this for the show which you're on right now. I'm feeling a lot with the as above, so below, with what I'm going through, which we don't want to go there. It's about you right now. With the top as above that, I'm feeling energy of the Lemurian energy on the top, and then on the very bottom, like in the bottom left, where there's like the frequency of the topographic on the in the ocean and the water in the very bottom. And this represents what I'm kind of going through too with my personal experience. But as above is Lemuria for me, and then below is like the Atlantis energy, and then you have them coming together in the divine union and divine union in the middle and come together, then we all live happily ever after. I don't know if that made any sense, and I hope it did, but that's I'll ask you, is there anything to that? Because that's what kind of
let me share. That's a wonderful observation. Yes, of course. Above, so below, below, so above. Now in Lemuria, we have constellations on the ground and in the sky. It's not just in the sky. Our constellations are also on the ground. See now because they reflect each other. So we do have all this information in the Dragon Masters, brother. Can show you how those constellations and where they are, and to begin your journey to find the constellations that are reflected on the ground. Now the position you pointed to, the location, that point is Kihei. That's Kihei. That beach is Kihei. I think that's the one you're talking about, right?
I'm actually talking about in the water itself. If you go into the bottom
Kihei on the bottom left. Yeah. Well, Kihei is in the water.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's Kihei refers to the breath. The breath. Okay. We say in Maori, we say Tihei Moriora, which means to be grateful for the breath.
Yes.
Now, what is breath? Breath is water.
Breath is life.
Oh, exactly. Yes. But it is also water. And your word is the light inside the water. So the fire inside the water is your light. Now, when you talk about what you said, you mentioned about Atlantis and Lemuria at the top. In a certain way, of course, you are correct, because Atlanta was given an option. It was given a question was put to Atlantis.
Right.
Give back and return the gift on your way out.
Yes.
Yeah. Now that position you're talking about is known as the angel's door. It's connected to the higher dimension of the water star, which is the moon in its highest dimension. And through there is when the Atlantean codes entered into the light, or entered into the atmosphere, entered into life, entered into the humanity, entered into the planet. It was also invited to return those gifts on its way back out of light. In other words, through the portal and through the Stargate.
Yes.
Exactly. And you are exactly right. Now, did they give the gifts back? Did they return the gift? Mm-hmm. Some of it. some of it was tainted.
It's all going back. It's all getting returned. It's already done, actually. But it just affirms to me that I'm actually feeling. Thank you.
You were right on top of it, brother. You were right on it. There's more to share there. Obviously, one day when we can share, you can go ahead and check things out. But thank you for that incredible question.
Well, thank you for receiving me here, and thank you.
Take care, brother. Looking good, man. Looking good. Keep that beard going. Keep that beard going.
With great beard comes great responsibility.
Yeah. Accountability and responsibility to each other.
Right. Thank you so much, Huna. Thank you.
See you. Oh, that was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Amazing.
Pretty amazing.
We were actually, when we went back, actually after the fires in Lahaina at the end of August, beginning of September, we did a lot of work healing in the waves of Kihei, and there was a couple times there where it was very rough, and we were working through it, and then it calmed out. There's still a lot of hurt in Maui, you know that for sure, more than I do, but there's a lot of people still hurting at this time.
Absolutely. And yeah, of course, we're going to get back there, brother. We've got to raise the mother up, bring her up on the land, acquire the opportunity, or find the opportunity to receive, to build the whare nui and return the iwi back to the people. And let me add Randy. What's up, Randy?
Aloha, my brother. How are you?
You're in the dark. I can't see your face, brother. What the heck?
Let me shut this blind back here. Hold on.
What, are you shy? You shy today? What's going on? Randy's not usually shy. It's surprising.
No. Is that better?
Yes, a little bit.
Sorry, it's let me try something else. Let me go into a different mode. Anyway, I
Just
just wanted to call and
there
wish
you
you
go.
happy
There we go.
belated birthday. I
Oh, thank you, Randy.
I've been so busy. I just relocated, and I did get a chance to call in and wish a fellow hummingbird a happy birthday. So
Thank you so much.
yes, yes, yes. And then to you, Christopher, thank you so much for doing the work that you're doing over there. Hawaii is a very, very special place, as we all know. And I've been to the island a couple times, 3 times, and stayed at Kanapali Beach. You know, jumped off a Black Rock.
Nice.
Not on the crazy side where all the where the ancient ones used to jump, but it was still pretty cool to experience the energy there. And there is a portal there at the Black Rock, right?
Yes, yes, there is. Yeah, there's
Yeah, yeah.
portals all around. Be
Uh-huh.
careful. Be
Yeah, no,
careful.
no, I wasn't messing with any portals. Believe me, I had great respect for Hawaiian traditions and stuff like that. So and I even drove around the island, drove the road to Hana, and decided, oh, I'm going to go all the way around, and that was quite an experience.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, that's about
Thanks.
it. Yeah.
Thanks, Randy. Thanks for the belated birthday wishes.
No problem. It's my birthday today, brother.
Oh, well, there you go. We've got to get you, Brian. And happy hootie toe to you. Hootie toe, Rafano, Ohana. And I hope you're having a great one. Is somebody making you a special cake?
No. My sister came out to visit with me. I just relocated to Sedona, Arizona.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm spending my first week here in my new place. And but I used to play in a Hawaiian fast pitch softball league, so I was a member of the Northern California Hawaiian Athletic Association, and I used to play for a team called the Huna and Makuli guys and the Kaika Warriors. So
Makuli. Ah,
yeah,
nice.
so it was really cool because it was all Ohana, there's my birthday greeting. Mahalo.
Yes.
Mahalo. All right.
Hello,
So
brother.
anyway, just wanted to keep this short, let you some other people come on in. Appreciate you guys. Much love and light. Blessings.
Thank you, brother. Wawa.
Thank you, brother.
Wawa.
Brother, I say the words Wawa. And here's why. Wa means in the codes of Lemurian, this is Lemurian now. This is the codes of Lemurian. Wa refers to the first principle of love. So when we say Wawa, it's more than one, it's additional love. The Wawa is much love. Now, how we get Wa? Well, there's a lot to get to that detail, and it's a lot to get smaller. In other words, you got to take it out here, and then it's got to get way smaller and way smaller and way smaller and way smaller, and that's where Y is, way down in there as a principle. It's in alignment to others, to other codes that confirm each other. Maha ka wa ta hi, which also goes ta wa ka ha ma. So there's a there and a back again. The continuum cycle, working with these codes. So that's why we say the wa. Anyway, I think where was I? I was talking about Hokipa. That's where the tree is, the portal tree. Then the alignment from the tree to Pukalani to the big house, that connection was severed. I went there in those years when you were there to reconnect that line from the tree to where the house was going to be built. And I reconnected that line by working with the kahunas there. And there was one particular manakuya, young lady that was going to become a clan mother, or manakuya. She had a shark, the body of a shark, a deceased shark, of course. And the head was buried at the tree, and the tail was meant to be buried in Pukalani to to connect the future line of the connection to the portal and to the big house, to establish the return, the natural cycle for our ancestors on the land to return back to the light through that system. Okay, we have this. We have this in New Zealand, by the way. And New Zealand is set this way. This is also here in Hawaii. It can be returned. A lot of times when people have their people passing and they're still on the land, or they force portals open to help clear the land, which is not always a good thing too, because there's distortions happening, which is what happened when I came there. I discovered quite a bit of those energies were still roaming around. You know, some ancient ancestors roaming around all over there. Everybody's holding hands with it and holding on to that energy. It's like, okay, I get it. But it is time to clear up and so they may return in the child of light. Now, so we have Hokipa, and at the opposite end, we have Kihei Beach. And then in Haleakala, you see the one over there, which is we call the door of the child. It's in the alignment to the door of the child, which is the southern star, position of the southern star in the south. Haleakala, though it says house of the rising sun, its actual alignment in that position is to the southern star, the Southern Cross, which involves Tonga. Somebody asked earlier, what significance to Tonga is? Does Tonga have a connection? Well, Tonga in the old language is Tona. Tona means southern star. That's why Tonga has the name Tonga. It's referring to the southern star in the constellation, Crew constellation, down there in where the Maui at the southern door where New Zealand is, right? So that's aligned to the southern door. Then you also have this one here. It's near Makawao, but also it's actually on the edge of Paia and Haiku. Up in that area is ancient burial grounds, especially around Paia. There's all kinds of cemeteries, right? Burial grounds, but specifically up here, Paia means to return home or return the body back to the earth, return the body back to the earth. Pa also means home, which refers to Mother Earth. So when the body is passed, it's to be placed in that geometry position, in that position. I say, if you can see, Kihei refers to the angel's door. Haleakala is referring to the door of the child. These are essences. Right there, Paia, Makawao, and Haiku area is where the body is to be placed. Hokipa is where you connect back into the formless and return to the light, outside of light. Kahului or Kahana, actually more near Kahana, is where we used to grow food. It is swamps that are there, but it used to be more fertile land there, and also the ability to get fish as well. So there was harvesting, and there was growing food, and there was fishing in that location. Kahana. Ka means firstborn, ha means the first breath, and na means much of it. What do you call it? Abundance. And in abundance. So it's to nurture the body. Okay. So then the next one is Iao Valley. Now Iao Valley, which is the Stargate, which is our communications, telepathics, is our communications to the cosmic connection, in communication and information upload, download in Iao Valley at the sacred site that you and I went to.
Yes.
The 13 steps of Mother. It's known as 12 around 1, which is aligned to the 13th month calendar. Ma'ita, which is this 6-pointed star, is known as the omnipresent 13th month of the Lemurian calendar. 28 days, 13 months. But the 13th month is more regarded as 12 around 1. I have this in all the teachings, in all my classes and stuff, as part of what we call the Apakuta. Apakuta meaning the staging of the cosmic staging. celestial constellations and terrestrial constellations. So Eel Valley is certainly that, as we know, and then of course Kihei, which is the angel's door. So with Pukulani at the center. Now each one of these points feed the whare. They come into they connected to the whare nui, means they're connected to the iwi. And if there's any contention and any contest and any challenges, politically or otherwise, they are to be heard at the big house. They are to be taken on the marae. The marae means the land in front of the building. Arguments, protests, all of those kinds of things are to take place in that location, not on the sacred sites. Why? Because when you pull energy like that over through the sacred sites that are there to help the form and nourish the form and the formless, you bring distortion into those fields of the form and the formless. This is how we separated those things. And this being also the first civilization of the children, the descendants from heaven. Maui, the descendant from heaven. I am Maori, which also means descendant of heaven. Maui, descendant of heaven. Mahdi, the holy warriors from heaven. Maoli, same thing. Maohi, same thing. Tangata, original people. Kanakas, original people. Papua New Guinea Kanakas, original people. The brothers and sisters of the dream world in Australia, Kanakas, they are Kanakas, original people of the dream time. Okay, we got a visitor. Might be the last question. Kia ora.
Kia ora. Hi, I am from Samoa.
Talofa.
Talofa. So, I just had, well, one of my questions is the sound for Samoa, the name. I know there's some controversy in what our name comes from, but I feel like I've been getting messages in my dreams that Samoa is more like a sound. It's more about the sound of the word rather than, because you know they say Sa is for sacred and Moa used to mean for people or for chicken, but I think it's the sound. So I don't know. I wanted to know your thoughts on that.
Yeah. So originally we had no names. It was just Maori or just Maori, just Maori. Those were our flag. Okay, which means the children, the descendants of heaven, or the children of innocence. Okay, now, not that no one wanted to remain innocent. Not that everybody wanted to do their own thing. It's okay to have some, few changes. So in Polynesia, the ancestors beget the tribes, right? So you have the tangata, right? The Kanakas, tangata. And from the ancestor, you build the tribes in the Iwis. For Samoa, in my understanding, that the sound, Sa, means to sit in the sacred circle.
Yeah.
Now, you know yourself as a young girl, you did the Sasa, yeah?
Yep, the Sasa.
Sasa. That's the sacred circle. Sitting and playing the games was always about joy. And if you know, because you're Samoa, you know how much fun you guys have all the time. You guys always, you are such the laugh and the party of the Polynesian people, of the Maori, of all of it. You guys have so much big hearts and so much joy, so much laughter. There's so much fire in that.
Yeah.
So much light. Huh? So and of course and Moa. Now, as you know, in New Zealand was the only place where we had the bird, which was called the Moa.
Yeah.
Which also means like ancient. It refers to the ancient. And we happen to be with more. You happen to. It's an ancient light. It's an ancient circle. It's an ancient joy. It's an ancient game.
Yeah.
If I could say that. You
Yeah.
play the ancient game, and it is so incredible. We can break it down further and just go sa and then more, the M-O, more for the joy, you know? It is for the joy.
Thank you.
And
You're like,
you guys are
that feels real. That feels true.
You guys are so exemplary to that, isn't it, man?
Yeah.
I mean, look at what's his name, the laughing Samoans. I crack
Yeah.
everybody up. What's his name, Fipelli? I forget his name. Anyway, Andrew's fine. But,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the big fella.
Yeah.
Now there's two skinny fellas on YouTube doing some crazy stuff. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Get out of here, man. You can't stop laughing.
Well, I really have been connecting recently with Nafanua because I feel like powerful warrior goddess, like there's rage there, and there's also it's time to change things, and we will succeed. So I have been feeling Nafanua, like a powerful warrior. There's a beautiful, like I was actually online and I was looking for a song, and I was like, man, I need a powerful song. I need a rageful song. And I found this Maui, these New Zealand group called A Shepherd's Reign, and they're singing the song Nafanua, and it's like so powerful. And I was like, that's what I'm looking for, because it was so powerful. And anyways, I've been thinking of Nafanua, like we have to change things the way they are. They're not okay. And I've just been feeling that movement and the fire that you're talking about. I've been feeling the fire, and change needs to happen. And fire is also cleansing. And I'm ready to, like I've always felt like my energy was lava, because lava will clear the path, but then behind it is growth, new growth. So, and I'm not afraid to clear the path. I'm yeah. So anyway, I'm ready.
Oh, I bet you're not. Are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, beautiful. The mana wahine, the warrior wahine, needs to rise and bring her compassion with her. Of course, don't watch out if she pulls out her jandal. Right?
Yeah.
The slipper.
Yeah.
Okay? That's legendary.
Yeah.
There is more information that needs to return from the ancient new. The ancient sacred wisdom needs to enter here now.
Yeah.
So the elders, right now, the elders are speaking from all over the place. They're coming in like Brother Jack Ochoco, from Belize. Mayan elders, they're just popping in. Everybody's popping in. Hey, what's up? Let's do this. What do we need to do? We've got to share the wisdom. Okay, we need to get that first. We need the knowledge. See, what you do not know, you cannot know. And within that, there's a lot of challenges and struggles. And all you need is the information. And then we begin to work on modalities and protocols and processes to help bring through. Oh, some of it is so simple, but it's very frustrating because knowledge is not there. Just knowledge, and it needs to be shared. So we're doing the best we can. Listen to me, I don't know everything, but I'm just sharing what I can. We have a lot to share, but we also, the number one thing is our physical presence, to show up and be a powerful compassion. The tear of a dragon. This guy, my dragon star. Chris, we have not seen him either, but this is
oh wow, amazing.
Tear of a long white dragon.
Yeah.
This is my baby boy. But to stand in proper posture, in respect.
Yeah.
Polynesians and Lemurians, all of us, we are very powerful in our respectful ways when we are of the knowledge and wisdom, and allow that knowledge and wisdom to speak through our pores and our skin. and emanate, radiate. We're very powerful this way.
Yeah.
That's the warrior. Okay, fine. Some of it's challenging. Gonna take a few tears yet. I'm not trying to make this easy, but I'm trying to, for myself, what I'm sharing on my website, what I'm sharing on this channel, sweet, really beloved, is there's an opportunity to change. There is an opportunity to know what is not known, or to remember what you cannot remember. Right? There is the living library that is available. That someone was speaking to earlier. The living library. That brother Jack was speaking to earlier. The living library. Now, there has been interference, sister. There's been a lot of interference through the ministries. Yeah. Right. There've been a lot of confusion put into our word, into our fire, the word that we breathe, our breath of fire. There's been confusion put into the breath of fire so that we don't know what we're saying. But now there's been a return of the first fire, the principle of it through our sacred knowledge, and we still hold it. From the sacred Wairu Atapu, the sacred memory, eternal memory, Wairu Atapu. Now it's all in the Dragon Masters. I'm not saying you got to go there and spend a bunch of money and get on the courses. Yeah, do that, but do that anyway. I can't be there every day, neither can you. But you can go there every hour of the day and have at it. It's open there. That's the reason why it's there. There is a place for some of it. I have traveled the world, including Israel and Jerusalem, and done the work there and the things there. What's emanating from within those libraries of information is incredible stuff. There is the gift that keeps on giving, the memory that keeps on returning the memory. Yeah, that's the kind of power we have. They already know what the Polynesians can do on a rugby field and a football field, and on the battlefield. Like cousin was reminding me. Oh, our nephew Puka Nakua. Puka is now has been contracted to the Giants. Puka. So our families already know. We already know what we're like on what it's like for our Polynesians in terms of our strength and stuff. But now we've got to really revitalize our powerful light strength to emanate through our skin, our light skin.
There's also true power in vulnerability and the ability to be vulnerable. Sorry.
Yes. I always say that vulnerability is the pathway, is the champion of all things beautiful.
Yes. Yeah.
You're exactly right. And there is so much there. All right. Okay, look, we ain't going to solve it in 5 minutes here. We've got more to do. And eventually, like I'm on my way back through New Zealand and Australia in the coming year or so. We're going to start making that pathway back also through Maui, also through the islands, and start reconnecting Lemuria. Lemuria is a pathway to understand Kimuria. Kimuria means the return to the embrace. Lemuria's essence is exactly that, embrace. That's what Lemuria means. It stands for the embrace. What we refer to, Kimuria. Oh, you're back again. Good to see you. There's Chris and I sitting here. We ain't seen each other in a minute. It's Kimuria. They're back to the first embrace. And from that first embrace, this vulnerability comes through, and then the power shines through, and the light shines through.
Yeah.
We're on our way to see each other again here shortly. All of us. You got no choice. That's what we have to do.
Well, thank you for that.
The challenge is to let me come to your door and sit at your kitchen table and eat some lau.
Yes. That's a no-brainer. But I thank you. I have tears in my eyes because your words feel true. And I thank you for that.
Malo, malo.
Malo, malo.
Malo lava. Hey,
Sorry, my grandkids are being loud.
That's okay. I love the sound of the mokos. You take
Yeah.
care, eh?
Yeah, you
Faso
too.
tua.
Faso
Faso tua.
tua.
So what?
Faso.
Okay. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful, brother. Hey, I think we're
Amazing.
done enough. I think we're done enough, isn't it? I think we're,
This is great. Great to reconnect with you.
brother.
Great to see you. I look forward to being in your presence again, and I look forward to seeing you on Maui soon.
Absolutely. I'm going to make these plans. As we leave out of here and head out of here, sweet dear ones, and brother Chris, what is the final word for Maui? Why am I saying Maui lives? Lemuria, first Lemuria, the return to Lemuria is the one reason. Maui lives is because with or without Lahaina, Maui will always be there. But Maui hasn't gone anywhere. The descendants of heaven are here. The children of heaven are already here. Our home is there, and it will always be there. So the challenge is going to be a couple of items. Number one, return the statue of Mother from the heiau under the water, bring her back up on the land. So we're going to return the needle, what we call te ngiro o te ao, the needle of the world, which is Mother. And then also the efforts towards acquiring the property to create and build the wharenui, to give back and donate it back to the people of Maui and Hawaii, to reestablish the systems of iwi and our true diplomacy of the children, the descendants from the stars. I thank you, brother. So much love, so much aloha.
I thank
Amazing.
you too. Mahalo nui.
Mahalo nui, brother. Mahalo nui, aloha nui, aloha nui loa. Mahalo nui, matako. Though you walk at your feet in another direction, no, I know that you always walk towards me. Matako. That is matako. No hello, no goodbye. We see you again, brah.
We see you again soon. Thank you, my brother.
Aloha. Sweet dear ones, sweet dearly beloveds. Oh my goodness, what an amazing moment. Yes, one love, my ninja Timothy. Well, I'm sorry you're just arriving now, but it's great to see you. Thank you for stopping in. I'm getting ready to retire here and go have something to eat, as you know. I'm hungry. Me and this guy here, we're hungry. We want more things. We want sustained delight. We're hungry. We're going to do some more work, yeah? Thank you so much, sweet dear ones. You make this show incredibly famous. We're clocking out at 1:44. Okay, 1:43, but I'll take the 1:44. And go ahead and enjoy the record, the replay. This is on Huna Flash TV, YouTube. Richard, first out. That's what I'm talking about, brah. My ninja. Aloha, Joy. Aloha to you in the Big Island. Thank you so much. Wawas to everybody. I want to thank Huna Tamake for holding it down and bringing forth the graphics and these things to help share the story. Okay, so just hold on to that thought, sweet dear ones. Lahaina may come and go, but Maui is always going to stay there. The proof is there. I will show you. Should you like to come to be there one day, we will share the geometry when we. Be great to meet you all at the wharenui when we build the wharenui to give it back to the people of Hawaii, to return the protocols and the diplomacy of the descendants from the stars, the people of Maui. Okay. So much wawa. Sweet dear ones. We'll see you. See you again next time. Okay. I'm out. Peace out, ninja.
Hi, I'm your light shaman. Are you experiencing unpleasant energies in your home and surroundings and waking up in the middle of the night? My work involves clearing individuals, homes, and communities. Contact me at www.lightshaman.earth and I would be happy to help.
For all of your high vibrational healthcare needs, visit Huna Kaparore at www.lightinaction.earth. Tetrahedrons and obelisks for your on-site ceremonies, handmade and coated with Kotahara crystal dust by Huna Hikahima. Shipping is available worldwide. Go to www.shiningstar.earth.
The alofa, and then we were just